has long been assumed that the free-to-play multiplayer deathmatch game RE-Verse was launching alongside Resident Evil Village on May 7th, but Capcom has confirmed that this isn't actually the case after all, and in fairness, given that Resident Evil 3's multiplayer mode Resistance launched alongside that remake as a separate download, that may be why people had assumed that this one would be released at the same time as Village, and with recent betas as well, there would have been more than enough reason to believe it was the case. But Capcom has announced via a Resident Evil Insider's email that the game is not going to be ready for May 7th, and instead is coming this summer instead. No specific date whatsoever, just this summer. And there's probably a decent amount riding on RE-Verse for Capcom, so it makes sense to try and get it right. The last attempt at multiplayer Resistance really didn't take off despite being a fairly interesting idea, and early reception to the RE-Verse betas hasn't been particularly stellar. The consensus seems to be that it's fine, but that it's a bit unbalanced and doesn't seem like it's going to have an awful lot of staying power. In RE-Verse, you play as one of the series' hero characters, and when you die, you become a bioweapon. Depending on how many vials you collect, you can become a more powerful weapon, such as Tyrant or Jack from Resident Evil 7, and it all plays out in a 6v6 deathmatch mode. The trouble is, even during the betas, it seems that some skills for certain characters were already a little overpowered, so there's definitely balance work that needs to be done for sure. On top of that, the last open beta was plagued with matchmaking issues, forcing Capcom to pull it down early. And while Capcom hasn't announced anything yet, given the game isn't coming till summer, we'd expect probably another open beta at some point leading up to that. Resident Evil Village, however, is still coming out on May 7, and Capcom continues to be one of the busiest publishers out there, with multiple titles being released or updated. But for more on all things Resident Evil and everything else in the world of gaming, head to nme.com.